Well, hello, everybody, and welcome to another edition of Rowing Chat. This is the podcast for rowers all over the world about many different aspects of the sport. And today I've got an extremely special guest to welcome to the show, Hateem Kandeel, who is right now talking to us from Egypt. And are you in Cairo, Hatem?
Yes, from Cairo. We currently in Cairo, exactly.
Well, welcome to the podcast. You are officially my very first known Egyptian guest.
Wow. Okay.
Someone has to be the first. It's you.
Yeah.
Now, Hatem, tell the listeners a little bit about you and your personal background in rowing.
Okay, I started rowing in 1983 when I was almost 14 years old or 15 years old. I joined Arab Contractors Rowing Team, and I stayed rowing until 1986 before I joined my university, which was a military engineering school. So this is why I didn't manage to continue rowing when I joined that school, because actually rowing was not part of the sports were practiced in that those 5 years until I finished engineering. I won several national championships, first place rowing in double, eight, and joined many of the four the quad boats. I continue rowing across the world. I left the army in 1985, sorry, 95. Then I joined the company of Schlumberger, and Schlumberger, wherever I go, I was taking with me all the time my concept to around the world. Kept rowing at home or at any place I am at from that time until I came back to Egypt in 2008. I started thinking of rowing the Nile from Aswan to the Mediterranean, which is from the south of Egypt, from the borders almost of Sudan to the Mediterranean. That was 2010. I started to prepare myself for that. However, the plan was to do this in 2011. 2011, Egypt was not stable to do something like that. This is why I deferred the plan. And actually, I got transferred from Egypt to the US in 2011. And I stayed in the US until 2017. But during that time, I participated in many either rowing events, online events, and other what we call it concept two competitions. I won many of them. They took first place for anything was long distance for 30 days or something like that. Competition for 30 days or something like that. Actually, I took first place.
You're an endurance rower.
I enjoy the long distances more than the fast ones now, especially that I'm a little bit fat and not fit. So I use my weight to row stronger. Each stroke to be strong one, but not the cadence or the frequency is not that high.
Yeah.
So I enjoy sitting on the Concept 2 or the Skill Row, the Technogem one, for hours. I have no problem to stay for 4 or 5 hours rowing. That's non-stop. I have no problem with that. Then I start to prepare myself again when I came back to Egypt 2018, and I said, okay, I will do my plan and I will row the Nile from Aswan to the Mediterranean. Everyone was saying, okay, this is impossible. A 53 years old man is going to be rowing the Nile from the south to the north of Egypt by himself. That's impossible, which made it actually more attractive for me. Seriously, yes. When people say, okay, you can't do it, I feel like, okay, perfect. I love that. because the expectation not being able to do it, which is mean that okay, that if I'm not going to be able to do it, which is okay, but if I did it, that means I did it.
Exactly.
So
Much more achievement.
so when we start to plan to do it. I looked for sponsors last year. No one were interested. Everyone was saying yes, it's a good idea. As soon as they know the age and they see that okay, that I'm overweight a little bit, they're like, no way, sorry, wrong person. Try to get us someone younger and looks fit, so we can rely on him. When I start to tell people, by the way, I can sit on the ski row for 4 or 5 hours. Sometimes I can go for 12 hours if I want. And they were like, it's okay. You can't say that. No one can see that you can do it. I said, okay, no worries. I planned to do it last year in 2021. So understanding the Nile sometimes is very rough, not as people think. It's not that smooth ride if you don't have the right boat for it. So I thought about having a coastal boat to row. So I got my two coastal boats, and I start my training to go through the trip from Aswan. I started in 1st June 2021 from Aswan, and it took me about 23 days, includes 5 stops on the way to Cairo. Then from Cairo to Mediterranean, it took me another 9 days. But due to the fact I lost 3 days in Cairo because the support boat that was going with me through the Nile from Aswan was not able to continue the north part of Egypt. So I lost 3 days in Cairo. And then I continued on the 27th of June after arriving on 23rd. Then I start again on the 27th. Arrived to the Mediterranean on the 2nd of July.
Wow!
During this,
so you did it. You rode the Nile.
Yes, actually, I attracted the attention of the few ministers. One of them is the environment minister, and actually she asked me to be the ambassador for the environment around the Nile with her minister, and they used, and actually she met with me, and actually she was congratulating me, and it was on the newspaper and TV and all these things. And people start to follow me around around Egypt and what I'm doing, and I get a lot of messages on my mobile supporting, saying, okay, you can do it. And actually my age group, people were very proud. Everyone was saying, okay, he's our friend, the one who did it. And then sponsors start to speak, and they were saying, okay, there are a few sponsors this year is going to be, maybe looks like they will support the journey. Last year, my objective from the journey was very simple and straightforward. It's about the Nile and the awareness about how to take care of the Nile, and also linking it to the health of the people. Actually, we managed to attract one company, which is a pharma company, to sponsor 4 mobile clinics to visit the villages, which is far from any support in the country, so they can do medical checkups for the people there and register them in the medical system in Egypt.
That's fantastic.
This year, that's what we did last year, which I hope that this year we're going to be more social responsibility. I believe that this event is not only about the rowing, but about what will pull around the social responsibility to the people, which is really far from any support.
So hang on, you're going to do it a second time. Did I hear correctly?
Yes.
Wow. Okay, so you're going to row the Nile a second time, but with
Yes.
a theme of social responsibility. Tell us a bit more about your focus there.
Okay. We'll focus on three things. Number one, which is there was an oath for the ancient Egyptians around about the Nile that they were saying that, okay, that to be an accepted Egyptian from the ancient Egyptians, and actually it's part of the death ceremony, that you need to have the oath that you never polluted the Nile all your life.
Never pollute the Nile. I think that sounds good.
So we want to bring this again to life.
Oh,
So people,
okay.
they have the oath that, okay, that Egyptians or everyone around the Nile across the all the countries, Sudan, Ethiopia, Uganda, whoever it is, they have the oath, part of their culture, that never pollute the Nile.
Okay.
So we want to do this. So we believe that, okay, that sport is, I can say it's a very gentle power to change the mindset of people and get them around one objective without those political things. That's the first thing. The second thing is that we want to utilize and help the country in Egypt, utilizing the history, the ancient Egyptian history, using new technology like the NFTs.
Okay.
And from the revenue that we will generate, the country will get, for sure, part. We're going to be a revenue share agreement to put in place with the government. And at the same time, we use part of this revenue to support the coming events to spread the rowing across the Nile in Egypt. And if we can go beyond Egypt, that's what we want. I managed in the last few weeks to convince the governor of Aswan, which is the first
Province.
state in province in Egypt in the south, that to make the rowing is the official sport of that province.
Wow.
Yes.
That's
So,
amazing.
in the same time, we are speaking to the UN Women, and we are speaking to other institutes in Egypt that we want to support women and rowing.
Okay.
So if we manage to do those three things, number one, if we have the oath back to the culture that never pollute the Nile, that, okay, that's environmental objective. So they're going to be, we want to push it in the schools and everywhere, that Egyptians have an oath which is never pollute the Nile. If we're going to be supporting the tourism in Egypt and using the NFT technology to generate revenue for the country and for ourselves as well, to support our objectives, that's going to be another thing. Which this is going to be one of the things that maybe going to be attracting international rowers to join the event this year and the coming years. Our plan is to make this event is a yearly event that will take place every year. Our plan to have it around the New Year time, to make sure that people, they have vacation availability for them to come to Egypt. It will be after the Christmas, after 25th of December. So also we make people enjoy their celebrations at home with family, and after that, if they want to come and celebrate the New Year in Egypt with Nile rowing, that's something which we will be doing. The last thing is that this year we'll do the event twice. The coming one is going to be in May. So we, because last year I did it in June, this year I'm going to be doing it in May, to say, hey, hey, by the way, this is going to be an event which is going to be taking place every year. Then in December, it will be the yearly event that will take place from that point onward, and hopefully that the Egyptian Rowing Federation with the World Rowing Federation, World Rowing, will consider this as an official event in yearly basis for a Nile marathon rowing, and it will be linked to the ancient Egyptian history.
Fantastic. So this is going to become an annual event where people from around the world can travel to Egypt and get involved alongside you and other local rowers from the Egypt area.
Exactly. That's exactly what we want to do. That's the main thing which has made me last year kick off the event, to make sure that we will be able to make it a yearly event. Last year, what we say that what I've said to everyone that the pilot now we managed to have a successful pilot, and the pilot is already there. That people refer to it, and even there are people who's talking about they want to be sponsors about this event. This year, what we want to do is two things, which is now put the event on the map officially by redoing it in May myself again. So to show people that, okay, here it is. I will try to pull some of the national team rowers, if I can pull them to join me. It's not all the way from Aswan to Ras al-Bar, but at least it's going to be joining for part of the journey. At the same time, I'll try to get some of the masters in Egypt, and will be open to whoever is worldwide from master rowers to join in May, and then they will be ambassadors to the event in December. So May will be like an international announcement about the event.
Yes.
That this event will be taking place every year, and it will not happen in May because May will be very hot for
us northern people. People who are not used to the heat won't enjoy Egypt in May. No.
Exactly, that's true. So this is why we're saying that if anyone will want to join in May, he can join, or she can join by just having an idea. Doesn't need to row the whole distance or select some of the parts of the journey. But in December, it will be a very clear plan. We want to make it two parts. One of them is from Aswan to Luxor, which will be the one focusing on the ancient Egyptian history big time. And whoever wants to continue until Cairo, from Luxor to Cairo, that's another path, which is we will make sure that this person or who he or she is capable of doing it. So we also make sure that physically the person who's joining this marathon is capable of doing it.
Yes. You've got to be fit to do a rowing marathon, that's for sure.
Exactly.
Now, you've got some slides to talk a little bit more about the sort of itinerary if people are interested in getting involved.
Yes. Actually, I would like Ayman to be the one who's talking about it more. Ayman is more sophisticated than me when it comes to the ancient Egyptian. He reads a lot more than me. I love it, yes, for sure. But I can't compare myself to Ayman and other team members that they studied this big time, and they were much more advanced than me. I'm proud that I'm part of this civilization, but I'm not the right person to talk about it in details like other team members.
Fair enough. So modern day history speaker Hatem, Ayman.
So I'm calling myself is the train of the convoy, but I'm not the important person behind all what's gonna happen next.
Understood.
Okay.
So, hey, Ayman Kamal is joining us now. You're the historian for this project.
Well, let's put it this way. I am the detail guy. So Hatem is the brawn, and I'm the for the want of a better word, the organizer and nitpicker.
Brilliant. Now, talk to us about how people what people can expect.
Well, so okay, I put up on the screen now. This is Upper Egypt. And the Upper Egypt, as you can see, is all desert except for the colored strip in the middle. This is the Nile, and so this is where Egypt always existed from way back when. I mean, we have from the prehistoric times, even pre-ancient Egyptian, all the way to modern Egyptian. 95% of the 110 million Egyptians live on the shores or very close to the Nile. So it is crowded. It always has been. And what I have highlighted here on this map are all the interesting places that are within sight of the Nile. So as you are rowing, the idea being that this is a unique perspective. I mean, I don't know if anybody has watched recently the Death on the Nile movie.
Yes, the movie. I have.
Which is cinematic, let's put it this way. A lot of artistic license. But we will be offering a very unique perspective. You will see ancient Egypt and modern Egypt because they exist very much in close proximity to each other from the Nile level, right?
Mm-hmm.
So there are plenty of things. So I mean, as you can see, each one of these pins represents a significant monument dating back from the Old Kingdom, the time of the pyramid builders, all the way to the time of Cleopatra and Julius Caesar, and all of these historical events. So we will be rowing. I mean, if let me put up another slide here. So if we start in Aswan, this is
that's the high dam.
This is downstream of the high dam. So the high dam would be behind us.
And all those feluccas. There you go. Traditional boats.
Yes. So we would be anybody who joins will be rowing through the Nile with these. There'll be Hatem last year. He was always challenged by all the local kids in the fishing boats. They would challenge him and row with him for quite a bit. So people can expect some local competition as they row down the Nile. Hatem intends to start rowing from Abu Simbel, which is further upstream from this. So it is upstream of the high dam. I don't know if anybody will want. I mean, the idea will be that people, we are, like Hatem said, we are recommending people join from Aswan to Luxor. And then if they are really up for a challenge, they can continue from Luxor to Cairo. And along the way, as we go along the way, we have a detailed itinerary that we will put up on the event website. But along the way, at every let's say significant place, We will either row past it and then come back during a rest day to see it, or there will be a possibility in the rest period to have a VR tour or visit a museum or whatever. So at every stop, so there will be either a tour or a museum to see, and people will be able to do that.
Fantastic.
Also, on our during the trip, as the event rose past a significant monument, we will either broadcast or issue an NFT related to the event or related to the position where we are. So you can expect that we will issue 27 or 30 NFTs in conjunction with the Egyptian government to mark the passage of the event.
Fantastic.
All the way from Abu Simbel, which is way down south, all the way up to when we reach the Mediterranean.
Wow.
Yes. So that, now, in a nutshell, is the activity, right? And we will be putting up on the website that I mentioned to you before. We will be putting up, all the details. There will be a detailed itinerary. There will be, all the stops, and the plan is to do about 50, between 30 to 50 kilometers a day of rowing, and then every 4 or 5 days there's a full day or even a multiple day stop. So like in Luxor, people who are rowing, row from Aswan to Luxor. When they reach Luxor, there will be a 3-day stop.
Yeah.
So they can take in all the sights and obviously rest and recuperate from the rowing.
Fantastic. Now, I've put on the screen the website address for the event, which is facebook.com/rowing_the_Nile event. So if you search for Rowing the Nile event, and I will also put that URL into the show notes. So anyone who's interested can get in touch with Ayman and Hatem via that website.
Exactly.
Now, you've said that the price is going to be approximately $5,000 US. Is that right?
This is roughly. This is not the final. This is not the final. Hello.
Hello. Yeah.
Rebecca.
Yes. So that's not the final price.
This is not the final. This is not the final price, but this is around the number we think that okay, that this will. I don't know what's on. It's fine.
No, that's fine. And so if people want to get involved, they have to get themselves to Egypt. And once they arrive in Egypt, you will look after them with everything.
Exactly. Yes, we'll take care of them from the point that they will step in Cairo until they take their flight back home. That's the plan. So
and you're going to be.
Go ahead, please.
You're going to be rowing in coastal boats. They're fours. Are they sweep fours or sculling?
Most probably going to be sculling.
Great. Okay. Well, it's good to anticipate.
Yeah. Yes. Actually, I haven't seen as coastal boats with sweep. I didn't see that yet. But,
no, I've never seen coastal boats as sweep. I was just checking, just showing my ignorance here.
No, Or maybe you're testing me.
This sounds like a most exciting project, and I'm fascinated by the tie-ins that you've done that are environmental and health, and of course the promotion of rowing as a sport and women in rowing as well. I will do my best to help you promote this, and we'll make sure that it gets shared online in as many places as I can find. Just a final reminder, if anyone would like to express interest, they should get in touch with you right now. Is that what you want?
Yes, that would be perfect. At least we need to have a sense of the participants, number of people that they are interested in something like that. So
Yes.
if they show that interested to join the kickoff of the event in May, that would be good. Whoever is interested in the real event going to take place in December at the end of the year, that would be also good for us to understand the amount of people to prepare the boats, to make sure that that we know the right crews that will take care of everyone during the journey from Aswan either to Luxor. If they will stop at Luxor and they say, okay, that's enough, or if they want to go all the way to Cairo. So to make sure that we have a good planning around the logistics of the journey.
Fantastic. Any final words before we wrap up, Hatem?
The only thing is that we want to make sure that we want to use rowing as a tool to connect people worldwide, and we want them to come and visit the roots of the rowing place, rowing birth, which took place in Egypt more than 1,000 years ago.
That would be like going back to the origins, wouldn't it?
That's exactly.
Hateem Kandeel, Ayman Kamal, it's been a delight to welcome both of you here onto Rowing Chat with your amazing Row the Nile project. I wish you both all the best, and I very much hope that you'll be able to come back later and show us what happened when you succeed in rowing the Nile for the second time.
Indeed we will. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Rebecca, and actually we wish to have you here in May and December.
Okay, I will. I should start training. I don't think I'm very good at marathon rowing, to be honest. But you know,
if you even don't want to row, you're gonna be more. We will be more than happy to have you as a guest for the event.
Well, thank you. Maybe I can be a coxswain. I would be a bit heavy, I think, but we'll see.
Okay.
And to all our listeners, this has been Rowing Chat with a very adventurous and novel episode. Certainly my first ever guests from Egypt. Please tell your friends and subscribe and leave us a remark or a comment, because every little time that you tell someone else about Rowing Chat, it helps us to help you. Till next time, bye-bye.